Oh, killdeer's in here. Hey, killdeer. Mrs. said she didn't get a whatchamacallit yet. Notification. Like my interlude music. Yeah, that's all. That's the only thing we're allowed to say is chat, blah, and blah chat, and blah blah blah, and stuff. Which my granddaughter absolutely loves when you say blah 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 to her. Where you been hiding at, Mark? Hold on, let me see if I can find us some more music before my wife throws a brick at me. The title of this is If I Had a Chicken. Which, I don't know. This one is called Tennessee Hayride. Go with me. Why do we need music? Because I don't know. I just thought it would be like different. I originally put it on here so that people would have time to get in the room while I was going to get coffee. I got some heavy metal on here somewhere. Who wants to go for a copyright strike? We got those too. I was fixing to click that one just for you, Mark, too. I was looking through it. I was like, where's that one he called a clarinet sonata or whatever? I like that stuff. They need to bring it back. The web page that one of the big conglomerates bought them out. I think they have a symbol of an apple with a piece missing out of it, and they shut them down. You can't get the free music anymore. There was a file share thing. People could put their music up there, and all you had to do was give them a shout out in the description, and that was it. You know, the music was free, and now you can't do that anymore. So, yay us. What do we want to talk about? That's okay, Wayne. Did you ever get down to lunch or whatever with Steve? I know y'all were talking about having lunch or something again, but I figure you've been too busy. I don't know what he does for a living. Well, I know you've had some kind of school or something. Get all in his business that far. What about, is it dark in California yet? It's dark here. What are you talking about? I'm looking for the camera button. There it is. Ta-da! There I am. You know, see that I had the curtain pulled aside a little bit so the sun could come in. What's up, HDP? How's the desert treating you? Did y'all get snowed in? Did y'all get iceberged in? That place is probably going to be a glacier when the grand solar minimum hits. It's just going to start snowing, and there's no way for it to run off because it's flat. And it's just going to keep piling up. You're going to have to dig little holes under it for the goats to find the grass. Eh? Sitting there, and y'all are a full 2 seconds ahead of me on the chat, so I guess I could do the pop-out chat again. See, maybe I won't lag too bad. I'm checking the lag between my camera and what I'm seeing on the screen right now. Just for the record, you know, it's not in high def anyway, so if y'all go to your little settings thing down there and put it on low def, whatever it is, I mean, you can drop the pixels way down on it, and it cuts the bandwidth that you use way down, so it cuts out a lot of the lag. Yuma? There's a train goes to Yuma. It's the 310, I think. The old 310 to Yuma and the new 310 to Yuma are both good movies, which doesn't happen often. Can't see what his little deals are. Think they're snowmen. Wow. Snitches, yeah. I don't think it's an OPSEC thing, so I'm going to go ahead and tell this story because, man, it's just like it was a blast. There's some people that showed up where I was at a range, and they may not work for a well-known individual from New York, and they may not have been there doing something that's totally legit. And anyway, they were at the range, and we got to visit a little bit, and I got to shoot their fancy rifles, and those things were sweet. I'm just saying, man. The difference between a $600 AR and a $2,000 AR is a lot. So yeah, that rifle with the full magazine weighed half as much as mine. Maybe not that much. I mean, but it was distinguishably lighter than my rifle. Same barrel, just flipping lighter, man. And easy, that trigger was sweet. And the optic was super cool. It was a reflex sight with a reticle in it, but like a line reticle. And it's basically like it was a magnified peep sight. You could operate with both eyes open though. So you could see what was going on, but then you could see the target area enlarged with the red. I don't have the money for the optics, so it doesn't matter. It's pretty cool though. They're light enough, but I mean, I don't get it. Well, um, the rail. Is that what it's called? Is that what it's called? No, mine's way in yonder, boxed up. The guard thingy that goes around the barrel to keep you from burning your hand or whatever. His was made out of something other than what mine was, and it seemed like wafer thin. But anyway, yeah, it was a go fast gun. I just thought it was cool. Mine doesn't. Mine has a peep sight on it, which I'm falling more and more in love with every day. When I finally got the front sight adjusted, it was shooting at 100 yards. It was shooting about 15, 16 inches high. I mean, had to aim at the silhouette's binky to hit him in the breastplate. So, yeah, you got to keep them lean. I'll put a little strobe flashlight laser thing on mine. I'm taking it off. Total waste. And I think I'm gonna change out that thing on the front. It doesn't hold anything. All it's there for is to keep me from grabbing a hot barrel. So if I can find one that just has the top and the bottom rail on it, and then the shield, that's what I'm going to do. Because I can shave, 7 or 8 ounces off the. I mean, that doesn't sound like a lot until you have to carry the daggone thing. If I can shave half a pound off the rifle, I'm going to do it. So, I'm not a gun guy. My favorite rifle is literally right there. A 100-year-old 22 bolt action. Or almost 100-year-old 22 bolt action. I love it. And yes, it's your rifle, and I'm just borrowing it. But anyway. It's weird how it's her rifle. What? Nothing. Did I say it out loud? But anyway. That's the one thing. How's things in the FOCO world? See, I need to find out what the difference is between an AR-10 and an AR-15 and a whatever. I played around with the AK-47, and it's like a sporty version of the SKS. I'm like, why not just do the magazine thing on it to where you can, instead of having the internal clip loaded, just have where you can put magazines in it. Then it occurred to me that if you do that, then you actually have to carry the magazine around, and you have to put the extra weight of the stuff on your rifle for the magazine, to hold the magazine. So, just shove the bullets in from the top. I'm going to leave it like that. It don't get much better than that. I was forced last night to sit around with my granddaughter in my lap eating a Tootsie Pop. Tootsie Pop and pretzels and stuff, and saying bloody blah blah at each other. It was horrible. It was going to get to do that again tonight, but things didn't work out. I'm sure the goat would appreciate it if you did not miss the West Wind. I'm just saying. Kildare, what do you shoot with? Who else is in here? How about Carol? Carol, what do you shoot with? Everybody tell me what you shoot with. And let me rephrase that. What do you hunt deer with? Specifically whitetail deer. Whitetail or mule deer? What do you hunt whitetail or mule deer with? Thank you, HCP, because it's rough. And sometimes on the weekends, I have to put up with like 3 of them at a time. And like there's bicycle riding and hugging and kissing and ice cream and all kinds of really, 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 really hard things to do. Index finger. You're deadly with that puppy too, ain't you, Chipper? See, I want a 30-30. I want an old 30-30 bolt actions that's got the rear, the iron sights. I like one of the ones that has the peep sight capability, and I want one. But yeah, I like the Browning makes a 7mm Winchester Magnum that's totally awesome. I was playing around with some 20 gauge slugs, which are actually surprisingly efficient. I guess is the right word. Well, I keep saying I'm going to do it. I hadn't actually put the word out there real far yet. I'm going to get rid of my Nagant. If anybody needs a deer rifle, that thing will get the job done. But I don't want to be. I don't want to be reduced to getting in a firefight with that thing. I just don't. My shoulder couldn't take it. There's no way. Ow. I'm gonna have to. What is the deal with the 338? Is that the Lapua or whatever? Is that what's so special about it? I mean, between it and a 30-06 or whatever. I mean, I know it's supposed to be like a 308 or something like that. But it's still just 30 caliber round. I mean, it's a 30 caliber round. Has it got more power or something? I don't know. Like the 300 Winchester mag, that's a stupid big gun. In 338, is it got? Oh, it's designed for higher. pressures and got a bigger slug or what? Is that it, basically? That's what the Nagan is. It's got that, I mean, that 7.65 by 5.4 R or whatever. The thing's got a freaking battleship in it for a slug. It's it's way bigger than 270, or longer than 270, that's for sure. Yeah, and the short ones like BA has are even worse. I was looking in the cheapest one I found was $305. So I mean I mean granted they all three came packed in grease. Took me a day on each to get all the cosmoline out of them. And then I still had the sticky bolt. Had to go to the range, and it took me 25 rounds to get the sticky bolt out of it. In case y'all know how to get rid of the sticky bolt if you're buying a gun. If someone, well, I don't want this piece of junk. Every time I shoot it, the bolt gets stuck and I have to slap it real hard to eject it. Just buy it. And then you take it to the range and do it on a warm day. And go ahead and shoot 3 rounds down it as quickly as you can. I mean, you're going to have to deal with the sticky bolt. But 3 rounds, I mean, that's like bang, bang. I mean, just get it down there and then run a swab into the chamber end on a brass brush that's soaked in WD-40 and spin it and rub it and rub it, rub it. Do that a couple times, fresh rag, WD-40, and then put 3 more rounds in it and do that until the bolt doesn't stick anymore. That what causes the sticky bolt is you don't get all of the cosmoline out of the chamber. And then the first time you pull the trigger on it, you bake it, you enamelize the chamber with the cosmoline. And then the next time you shoot the gun, the cosmoline gets right there on the very end of it. It melts and sticks to the gun or to the casing, and you have to break it loose. You just got to keep going until you get all of that out of there. It's not hard to do. You just have to want to do it. So it's a reason to go to the range and shoot your new toy. You need to borrow a pillow, Bitty Boo? Oh, sorry. What kind of? I mean, I'll pray for you and stuff, but we talking poltergeist, exorcist, or cries a lot? There's a little girl around here that we wish we could do something about. I mean, not like we don't want her around, but really wish they'd take her away from her mama. But you can't tell the CPS nothing. The mom figured out that she could get government assistance if her daughter was crazy. So she had her daughter branded as, she taught her daughter how to be insane. Spent several years of her life teaching her that she was being, yeah, I see dead people. I don't know where these tweezers come from, but I am going to throw these pieces of junk away. So the mom has the problem. Because it doesn't take medication to straighten a child out. It takes love. Medication doesn't work without counseling and therapy. It's like painting over rust without doing any body work. Multiple personality disorder is very rare. How old is she? Bitty? And we're talking about the little girl, right? Oh. Also, Katie's sister's 23. And she just needs Jesus. Seriously. But how'd she wind up over there? Well, that's phone call stuff. That ain't chat stuff. I'm going. If it's street drugs, then she probably needs to be somewhere else. But I think many of those places work going to anymore either. But anyway. That's where I decided I was done with all them drugs and stuff. That's when I picked up what little I know about leather work. Not telling you to. I just can't give medical or psychological or legal advice on YouTube. I just can't. I can't talk about this on the stream. So, Mark, where you living at now? I mean, feel free to call me if you need to, though. You got my phone number, baby. That's actually a pretty big deal. Where's the Benadryl herbal tea? Rest. Got to sleep and reset. Yep. I found this amazing stuff at the Dollar Tree. Little name of it, but it's sleep aid or whatever. I take half the dose it says to take, and I'm out. I can give me some sleep till somebody starts poking me with a stick in the morning. It kind of wakes me up. I know I said to poke me with a stick, but didn't say to sharpen it first. Okay. I'll remember that next time, maybe, if I'm lucky. See 103, did you bounce out on here on me or something? Because I'm telling people they can call me and stuff. I got people's numbers and stuff. I never text or call anybody. What do I go like? Well, yeah, there's that. Well, yeah, but she's my daughter. I can talk to her whenever I want to. Marco Polo anytime I want to, too. Yes, I can. It's like a law. She doesn't have to open it. Should know better. I mean, does she not know her dad? I mean, if it was important, I would call her during school. There you go. Oh, did she send that one to you or something just now? Oops. 60% of the time it works every time. That's okay. What are you trying? You got your resume over at CNN or what? Hey, I do math better than that. Ish. I'm breaking my hunting trip videos into shorter 9 or 10, 15-minute videos instead of the 30-minute ones. See if people will watch them all the way through. And if the watch time doesn't come up, I'm just going to go through and try to figure out who it is that's coming in and hitting the thumbs up and throwing a comment and leaving, and I'll just block them or something because they're killing me. Well, yeah. Don't come in and watch just enough of my video to type in, I watched your video, good stuff, bye-bye, and then leave. 25-minute video, my average watch time is 24:20. And then people come in and do that trying to help, and my average watch time goes down to 4 minutes. And all of a sudden, they're coming in like, oh, this video sucks, and they're leaving. That's, it's a percentage thing. If they're not watching at least 80% of your video, it really docks the legitimacy of any likes and stuff. If you're 100% on the likes, but the people that are liking your video are only watching 3 of a 30-minute video, then the analytic, it's a flipping computer. That's math. It knows that. That's like white spray paint on a black car. Hello. Uh, on that other thing, Biddy, that y'all are still talking about, I strongly, I'm going to rephrase this, carefully phrase this. If I were in a situation such as you find yourself, my personal inclination, very strong inclination, would be to speak directly with a professional and stay in contact, very close contact with said professional for the safety of everybody concerned. That is what I would have to do if it was me. That's just from experience. Wish I'd have said that to me 10 years ago, 11. Or more. Thank you. I've got a thumb drive that was full. Not a thumb drive, what are you, SD card? That will not let me open it. So at some point in its life, it got wounded. So, well, let me rephrase that. It doesn't always show me everything that's on it. It hasn't showed me everything that's on it yet. Each time I mess with it, it gives me a little bit more. And I actually got, I found footage that I thought was gone because I was like, man, where is it? Because when I put it in there, it showed that there was nothing on it. I said, man, I swore this is the one I used halfway through. And then I was like, yeah, it is, because I opened it up and boom, here comes 15 videos on it and 10 or 15 photos. And anyway, but sometimes it'll open up and it'll show the deals, and sometimes it won't. I'm just gonna keep messing with it, and each time I get it to open, I'll move them over to a safe spot. Go from there. That's all I can do. Anyway, I got day 4 together. Finally, I had day 5 and 6. Got day 8, which wasn't supposed to happen, but did. I got day 5, 6, and 7. But day 4 was a complete wash as far as video storage, because there was a lot of stuff that I did that took up a lot of space because I left the camera on it. You'll see when you watch it. Okay, we'll just pray for you. The missus is making me go on another trip, or she's trying to anyway. Every time I go through a doorway, I have to look down and check and see if there's any monofilament across it. I knew I should have done something different whenever that stuff come in from AARP and it was like for life insurance and stuff. I knew there was something up right then and there. The bad thing about it is she didn't even ask if she could use my monofilament. She's just like getting into it. But guys, remember, use the red monofilament. It stands out against the floor. Unless you have red oak floors, and then don't use the red. Use something else, like the fluorescent yellow. Do they make fluorescent? I guess what would it be, the fly rod stuff or whatever? Later, Wayne. Or have a good night. Or whatever the appropriate response would be. I'm going to get off here too. I was asked if I wouldn't mind jumping into a stream on another channel. Tyler Woods Bushcraft or something like that. I'm going to go check it out, see what you're talking about. I may get on there, may not. we shall see how I feel. I don't really feel like I'm that knowledgeable on bushcrafting and prepping and stuff. I'm more just like a technical flashlight kind of guy, mostly like a gear dude. Like, ask me what the best bushcraft knife is, or the best flashlight, or the best battery charger, whatever. But that other stuff, I don't have a clue about, like, eating weeds or cooking rodents or frying bugs. I don't have a clue. Anyway, yeah, if I get in there, I may put a link in my whatever community section or whatever. For those of you that don't know, if you want to know about stuff like this, if you'll click on my on the West S channel, if you're subbed over there, you got to click the all on the bell or whatever, and then when I put something in the community section, it'll notify you of that too, and then you'll know if I post a link to another video to another channel or something like that. So I just figured that out myself. So. Topiary specialist? All I know is that old dude in China or whatever, wherever he is, Japan, wherever it is, that takes those stupid hand saws and freaking makes stuff that you just like. He makes fold out chairs and bridges and stools and stuff with a solid block of wood and hand tools. I surrender. Grandpa something? Grandpa, I forget. Grandpa something? Dude, nuts, man. He just makes it and gives it to his grandkid to play with. So, anyway, I will see y'all later. Be blessed. Stay alive. Don't die. Remember, it's not civil if it's war. It's war. All right? Well, that didn't work, did it?